It may soon be easier for the elderly and the less digitally savvy to get physical tokens from their banks. The government says it will work with banks to make the process smoother. It follows concerns raised in Parliament over the difficulty in accessing the hardware that can help protect against phishing scams.
I've received many emails from the public to say that this is not offered by their banks. They were told that it has been phased out. And I myself went to a local bank to request a hardware token. It was not easy. I was first told that it is not going to be issued, and then I had to insist, and special approval was then obtained from the branch manager to issue the token to me. And I was also warned that it might be phased out in due course, and they cannot assure me that this service will be available.
So we take that feedback and we'll put it back to MAS as well as the banks to ensure that customers who require physical tokens and are going to the banks to request for physical tokens, that process is made easier, particularly if they're not as adept or they don't yet have that confidence with digital tokens.
The issue with the tokens came up in Parliament during a discussion about a new framework to fight phishing scams. Known as the Shared Responsibility Framework, or SRF, it uses a waterfall approach in which banks at the top, then telcos, bear losses from scams unless they fully carried out their anti-scam duties. Only then would the customer at the bottom bear the loss. Responding to a question about whether this lets the banks off too easily, Mr. Tan says banks cannot be held responsible for scams involving transactions authorized by customers themselves.
Authorized transactions are scams such as love, investment and job scams, for which the customer has authorized the transactions. If the SRF were to cover such scams, it would have to extend to all manner of deceptions where victims are tricked into willingly handing over their money. That's why for scams involving authorized transactions, in this case, the best approach, and in fact we are raising this awareness, is for customers to exercise utmost vigilance and taking personal responsibility.